What's up, Madden community? This is MUT Geek back with another Madden 24 Ultimate Team video, and today we got a ton of info on the Good Morning Madden stream. We found out all of the information for the Legends program this year, including the 10 Legends coming into the game tomorrow, Saturday, August 19th. We found out the info for the competitive field pass, which is what I'm going to focus on in this video today, because we need to talk about how you can progress through your comp field pass the quickest and how long you can expect to take in order to get to the milestones of reaching the 86 overall AJ Terrell, which I have shown here. This is a free card with 86 speed, 86 acceleration, 85 agility, 86 change of direction, 86 awareness, 82 man coverage, and 86 zone coverage with 81 press. This card is insane. He's also 6'1". This is a free card that you definitely want on your team. There is also Terrell Pickens, 89 overall, 6'3" wide receiver with 87 speed, 88 acceleration, 88 catching, 89 catching traffic, 87 short route running, 86 medium, and 88 deep route running. So everybody has the ability to get these two cards, but the first 1,000 people who reach the milestone will get a special version of that card, which will be auctionable and will have extra ability buckets. Real quick though, I am still a small-time Madden YouTuber and a fan of the FTA theory, or for the algorithm. Basically means every like, comment, and subscribe from this video, the more viewers like yourself this video gets pushed out to. So if you do enjoy this video or find it helpful, hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe to my channel so you can see my daily videos, and turn that notification bell on so you can be alerted of when I drop new content. I've been setting like goals of 25 on my most recent videos, which we have met on quite a few of those. So we're going to up the ante to 50 likes on this video. Greatly appreciate the support. So if you go to your live events tab on the top and then click L2, you can toggle between your field passes. We're going to go to the competitive field pass, which you can see lasts for 7 weeks. It says 49 days here, so we are already selected on there. And if you click on the triangle, you can quickly go over to your field pass or whatever it is on Xbox. Obviously, I'm on the better console, PlayStation 5. And you can see your rewards here. The milestones that you want to pay attention to are level 22 for the AJ Terrell. This is the free 86 overall card. Obviously, there's lots of XP, coins, packs, and stuff like that. But that's your first free card. And then you don't get Terrell Pickens until level 48. Lots of XP in here, though. That is definitely going to help you progress through your Season 1 Field Pass. So how do you progress through your competitive Field Pass? Similar to last year, but very different also. So you can see on the top here, there is the Daily tab where you can earn up to 12 competitive points by completing these daily objectives. I believe everybody gets different daily objectives. Here for me, it says rush for 120 yards, pass for 275 yards, and record 30 tackles. So that's easy stuff, and you can do these in either MUT Champs solo battles or head-to-head seasons. There's also the MUT Champs tab here, which I love the objectives here, and I love the way the interface looks compared to last year. I like the tab on the right where it has the 3 different sections. So you can see, for example, if we look at pass for 1,500 yards, on the right-hand side on the bottom, it says 26 total competitive points you can earn. You're going to get those in steps. 8 for when you reach 500 yards, 8 when you reach 1,000, and 10 when you reach 1,500 yards. Same thing here for the record 2,000 plus total offensive yards. And these can only be done in MUT Champs for this objective here. There's pass for 10 touchdowns, score 25 total touchdowns. A lot of these you can double dip in as well, which is definitely helpful. 2 special teams touchdowns. Definitely like to see that. I wish it was special teams or defensive, but it is what it is, because that's going to be a little bit more difficult, especially in MUT Champs. But the total amount of competitive points that you can earn in MUT Champs, I added them up already, is 258 competitive points. If we toggle over to the solo battles, same thing here. These can only be done in solo battles. Rush for 1,000 yards, pass for 15 touchdowns, rush for 10 touchdowns, attempt 10 2-point conversion, score 49 points in fourth quarters, get 30 first downs, win 20 plus games. So these objectives, MUT Champs, solo battles, head-to-head seasons, these will refresh every single week. You can see on the top right, it says ends in 6 days, 22 hours, 52 minutes. That is roughly 10:30 a.m. Eastern time on next Friday. These will update every Friday. For head-to-head seasons, you can see record 2,500 total offensive yards, pass for 10 touchdowns, etc., etc. The solo battles objectives I didn't mention, those add up to 108 competitive points this week. The head-to-head seasons objectives only add up to 55 25 competitive points. So that's interesting. And then there's also this milestones tab. These can be completed in either MUT Champs, solo battles, or head-to-head seasons. And again, you can double dip with these and the other objectives from the other parts of this competitive field pass, which is definitely awesome. I personally love the amount of objectives that are in here. I feel like this is going to make it more fun to play different modes. And the total amount of competitive points in this section is 325 competitive points. There's also this cool thing where if you win 25 games in a row in MUT Champs, you get 1 million coins as a reward. I personally am not good enough to do that. I'm usually like a 15 win per week MUT Champs type of player. If you guys are that good, kudos to you. Hopefully you can get your 1 million coins, and hopefully you don't win 24 games in a row and get a disconnect on that 25th game. So with all of that being said, how quickly can you expect to get your AJ Terrell 86 overall card and 89 overall George Pickens? So I did the math. I am known as MUT Geek after all. And if we go over to the rewards tab again and go back over to AJ Terrell, you can see that you need 1,127 competitive points. I'm going to bring up this slide here where it says that you can earn 84 competitive points from the daily objective by doing it 7 times, 258 competitive points from MUT Champs objectives, 108 competitive points from doing solo battle objectives, 55 competitive points from doing the head-to-head seasons objectives, and 325 competitive points from the milestones. If you were to complete all of those in a week, that is 830 competitive points, which means next Friday, August 25th, when these objectives refresh, you will be able to get AJ Terrell next Friday. That is really soon to be getting an 86 overall free cornerback, and definitely something I think is worth doing. It's not really going to matter how long it takes you throughout this week to complete those objectives, but next Friday, whoever finishes them the quickest and gets the 1,127 competitive points is going to get that extra special AJ Terrell. Now, is it worth it to grind the heck out of the game next Friday to get an additional 300 competitive points? I think you're going to need a total of 297 competitive points next Friday if you complete all 830 competitive points throughout this week. So, is it worth it to play the game nonstop for 8 hours so you can get those 327 competitive points? Well, that's up to you. So, the card is exactly the same, and I'm going to show the stats here again. The only difference is that you get extra abilities. There's an extra tier 1 ability bucket, and then what they call the champion ability bucket. You get an extra one of those. That is probably the most useful part, but these cost 2 ability points per ability. So you're talking about spending 4 ability points on one card when our max ability points right now is a total of 6. I personally don't think it's worth it to do that. I mean, these cards are probably going to be pretty expensive. So you could just auction off the card and sell it, but I don't think you get the regular version also on top of the auctionable one without the ability bucket. So that hasn't been clarified yet. Actually, I'm hoping that EA gets that information out. I might tweet them out to see if they're able to answer that. It would make sense that they would give you both, but getting clarification on that now would definitely be helpful. And then if we go over to level 48 where George Pickens is, you need a total of 2,791 competitive points to get George Pickens. So by doing our math of 830 competitive points, and this is assuming it's the same amount every single week, I would be surprised if it was different. That means that you can get 2,490 competitive points for the first 3 weeks, which means on that 4th Friday, which is on September 8th, that is when you'd have to grind out as quickly as possible the objectives to get the competitive points for George Pickens. Same thing here. Either way, you're going to get the 89 overall Pickens. It's just a matter of if you get those extra ability buckets. And it's the same thing where the ability points in that second tier champion bucket, they cost 2 ability points per ability. So you're potentially talking about spending 4 ability points if you want that special version to get the 2 champion buckets. So you guys got to decide if that's worth it for you, but you're taking away from your quarterback, your other receivers, your running back, your offensive line, your tight end. And personally, I just don't think it's worth it. I'm going to try to get that 89 overall with the special version and probably auction it off if I am able to be one of the first 1,000 people to get that card. And remember, it's 1,000 total in every platform together. It's not 1,000 for Xbox and 1,000 for PlayStation and 1,000 for PC. It's 1,000 total that got that special version. But remember, like I said, either way, you're going to get the 89 overall George Pickens. It's just a matter of if you have those extra ability buckets. And here is that George Pickens card again. Again, this card is really sick. If you are able to get it by that 4th Friday, September 8th, then he is still going to be one of the best receivers in the game at that point. Right now, our highest overalls are 87s. We might be by 88s at that point. I would be highly surprised if we had any other 89s in the game. So he should be the first 89 overall in the game, unless if EA does something crazy and comes out with Team Diamonds before then, which I don't expect them to come out with that this soon. So definitely expect George Pickens to still be the best receiver in the game when he is available on what I predict to be Friday, September 8th. But that is it for today's video, guys. I just wanted to get in here and go over the competitive field pass, the objectives, how quickly you can expect to get these AJ Terrell and George Pickens cards, which you should definitely try to grind for. And if you did enjoy this video, make sure you hit that like button, show some support. And if you're not already subscribed, stick around the channel a while, hit that subscribe button so you can be alerted when I drop new content. And thank you for watching this video.